Hey guys, Mark Rodriguez here. Here's my thoughts on the Steelcity Con 2015. But I gotta say, I don't really have too much to talk about in terms of actual opinions because it was pretty rushed up. You know, as you can see, I didn't go with Paige. My friend Fred took both me and Chuck to the con, and it was basically like they went for certain reasons, and once they got what they wanted, let's go and everything. And for me, like, I want to stay there a little longer. I want to look at the places. I mean, there's a lot of stuff to look at in the marketplace and everything, and I didn't really have time to shall I say, comb it with a fine-tooth comb or something like that, the expression. So it was kind of like, yeah, it was pretty rushed. But yeah, let me just get to it here. The Steelcity Con, if you guys have seen our previous videos, is basically this giant-ass marketplace. A giant-ass marketplace full of tons and tons of stuff to buy, including all kinds of figures, comics, and so forth. And I noticed that the more we get into it, the more years we get into it, it's more of a mixture between new and old. I mean, mostly, I believe the first year, it was mostly like just classic stuff. I'm talking about like the 80s original version of the Turtle toys, the He-Man toys, the Ghostbusters toys in the 80s, RoboCop when the movie was still new in theaters back in the day, stuff like that. Like all of the super old wrestling figures when Ultimate Warrior and Hulk Hogan were in their prime, and all that kind of old stuff. And of course, super old comics. They used to cost 85 cents or whatever, you know, all that kind of stuff. But now we're getting into more modern day stuff. We got more and more comic book statues, and statues based on stuff like Halo, Assassin's Creed, Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, stuff like that. And now we're seeing more anime things, or something like the Bleach Hollow masks and stuff like that. Like, it's getting more and more modernized, but it's not really like one's not really overtaking the other. It's a good divide between retro and new stuff, so that's pretty cool. And let me see. And yeah, it's a big thing. They're all alphabetized. All these hallways, A, B, C, whatever. They're all based on the name of the store, that whatever they call themselves. They're all alphabetized. It's pretty cool. And yeah, the second room, like last year, they did expand to that second room back there, and that room was focused more on the celebrities and independent artists. They didn't have extra booths. I think last year they had a couple of extra vendors too, besides just artists. And what is noticeable is that this year they didn't have the extra vehicles. They did have a Duke of Hazzard's vehicle. I think it's called General Lee. And it was a big thing because both of the original Duke of Hazzards were there. And it cost like $100. I mean, like you could do it like, you could take a picture with, I guess, your favorite one of the two or with the car. But if you want to take a picture of you with both the Duke of Hazzard's guys and the car in the background and everything, that would cost like $100 and everything. But, yeah, there was no Batmobile, no DeLorean, no Ecto-1, none of that. And it was kind of noticeable. There were like these huge empty spaces that easily could have been for those cars, and you didn't fill them up with, I guess, more independent artists or more vendors, you know, something so there's not this noticeable empty gap there, you know. And yeah, so as we get into the celebrities, like I said in the other video and everything, we had Elvira, Mrs. the Dark, which is Cassandra Peterson. We had Joyce DeWitt from Three's Company, and the guy who played Larry, and the girl that played Terry for some of the seasons. I think she was in that Three's Company 2, which is kind of sort of a sequel. I don't know why Suzanne Summers was not available for those episodes, whatever, but Terry kind of filled in as the, I guess you could say, dumb blonde of the series for there. And we had the kid that was chased by Chucky in the first 3 movies. We had little zombie girl that was holding a doll or something from Walking Dead for an episode and a half. And, yeah, stuff like that. You know, that's the other people that kind of stand out. But I do have to say certain things here. First of all, Chuck Rodriguez, his major reason of going there is Rob Van Dam. Rob Van Dam is there. And it's pretty cool because usually when we get wrestlers, they're like retired. But Rob Van Dam, I do believe he can still put up a fight nowadays. You know, it's not like Jake the Snake Roberts or something like that. This guy's still into it. He's ECW, but he was also in the WWE and everything. I mean, he was actually in the Slammies giving awards there too. So yeah, so Chuck got to meet him, pose with him, all that good stuff. And it was kind of interesting because he wasn't supposed to show up till like 4 o'clock, and he was already there since 2:30 when we arrived. And apparently, it was one of those guys that also like kind of cost a bit to get a picture. He kind of slashed the price down a bit. Maybe it was because he got there before 4 or something, and Barry just wanted to hang out with the fans and have more time with them. So that was pretty cool. And as for Fred, he wanted to see Doug Bradley, which is, of course, the actor, the original Pinhead from the Hellraiser series. So he got to see him. And one of Fred's friends had these had a very impressive Hellraiser tattoo that went from here all the way down the arm, and even the guy himself was impressed. So that was pretty cool. That even Pinhead himself was impressed with the tattoo. So that made their day and everything. And as for me, I got to check out James O'Barr, the creator of The Crow, because like I said before, if it wasn't for him, there would be no movie, no whatever, because he's the guy who actually created the character through the original graphic novel, the whole concept, everything. And I talked to him just a little bit, because there was a line, and the guy before me, was really like just talking and talking and talking, and it's like, I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be that fan that talks and oh my god, you're so awesome, oh my god, and whatever, and have the guy like, yeah, I don't want to bug him. But he was nice enough to sign. Paige has both versions of the graphic novel. She has the old original graphic novel back when it first came out, and she's got like this new re-released, more awesome version with never before seen stuff, blah, whatever, But I got to autograph both, and also he had original prints for sale. That was pretty cool. His autographs were free. He was I guess he was considered more an artist, not an actual celebrity like the others. So it didn't really cost anything to sign your random stuff. But he did sell little prints in there. So I got also like a Crow print, because that's pretty awesome. Because I mean, dude, a print by the guy himself. That's awesome. I had autograph and everything. And they did have some events and panels. I didn't really have time to go to it, and again, it was pretty rushed, but I did see there was going to be a big panel with the Three's Company reunion, and there was going to be like a Q&A there, so I guess, I don't know, if you're like a huge die-hard fan of Three's Company and stuff, I mean, you can ask Joyce DeWitt a couple of questions and stuff like that. I didn't know if we have any other panels for other things, but I don't know, you guys, we need more stuff, we need more panels, more things, but in this case, it would have made a difference because I would have probably missed them anyway. And so yeah, that was my thing. It was a good con for what it was. It was the usual cool stuff to see. Nothing really caught my eye too particularly. There was stuff that is a bit more like for Paige. I mean, I like it too because this series I kind of like and care about too. But I mean, it was more with Paige in mind. There's nothing that really stood out to me too much. And one thing I do want to do, oh yeah, and also on the way back we went to Clem's Barbecue, one of the best barbecues ever. And yeah, so me, Fred, and Chuck went to eat some barbecue there. I took some barbecue home because it's so good that you can't just eat it there. You gotta take some home and everything. And yes, I also bought some fudge and sweets and stuff. And I decided also to film Nerds on the Road on the way back. So that was pretty cool. We got to see some more thoughts and insight over there. And finally, to end this video, I do have to say that while Paige was out and about and stuff, doing her own separate things, like a girls' day out, guys' day out, girls' day out, she also found and bought me this turtle figure. It's the Action vinyl line, and I'm going to end this video by unboxing it. Now, the reason that I'm doing this is because they had these guys at the Steel City 2, and for some reason, I just kind of passed up on it. But now I kind of feel better that I did, because for all I know, I could have accidentally, let's say Mikey's in here and I bought Mikey over there. I could have accidentally bought the same figure, right? So let's check out what figure it is. One thing that interests me is that amongst the characters available, Karai is actually one of them. Oh, and while we're on the topic of turtles, I mean, yeah, there were some cool cosplays there. There were some cool characters and everything. And like what I said, absolute best cosplay there just had to be the guy that was Shredder from the 1989 movie. And, of course, Casey Jones, too, also related to that 1989 movie. The Shredder gets a bit more credit, of course, because, well, Casey, I mean, it's just getting the right clothes, getting the right look. But the Shredder thing, I mean, dude just had to make the helmet and blades and stuff from scratch. That's just fucking awesome. That's just like one of the most amazing suits ever, amazing cosplay outfits. I guess second place I would say would go to also the very detailed, realistic Freddy Krueger and Jason cosplay. Those guys were pretty awesome. But yeah, everyone else was pretty good. We got to see the Baroness. We got to see Sonya Blade. I have not seen anyone cosplay as Sonya Blade, and stuff like that, the Black Cat and so forth. But yeah, the prize definitely goes to the guy who played the Shredder from the first movie. But yeah, let's open this and see what happens. Let's see what could have been. It would have been funny if it was Karai. I was tempted to get Karai at the store because, like I said, I mean, you don't really see her And these turtles are based mostly on. No, they're not. I don't know. They look kind of like a mixture between the '80s cartoon and Mirage, but still, you don't really. And I'm basically destroying this box. So, yeah, it's a blind box. It's a blind unboxing. And yes, I know this is kind of Paige's territory, but I rarely get to do this. So, this is Mark's unboxing video. If I can unbox this, that is. There we go. Let's see what it is. Cool. There we go. There we go. It's Raphael there. But yeah, it's red. Yeah, let me see what this comes with. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Raphael comes with some Psy. And he comes, I think this is called a comma or something like that. I don't know if you guys can see. I don't know how HD this camera is. But yeah, that's pretty cool because I was tempted to get Karai and at least one of the turtles. And like I said, there's a very high chance that I would have just gotten Raphael because he looked cool. And then it would just ruin the surprise for Paige to buy me a figure. And it's the same one I just bought at Steel City. But this is pretty cool. I love these things. I love the Pop Vinyl series, and I love I don't know if you want to call them, like, I guess the competitors, or slightly different versions of them, but it is kind of cool. I just love this stuff. They're pretty cool. And now I got a cool character to put on the display case later on. And I'll put the weapons in his hands later. But yeah, that's the basic thing goes. So anyways, guys, yeah, it's a pretty fun con. It was a good time. It was just too rushy. I would have preferred to have stayed there and lingered more. And in general, I mean, it would have been cool to have the cars there. I guess this time I would have gone to Batmobile because I've already gone into the Ghostbusters car last time, so I would have probably gone into the Batmobile or something. But anyways, guys, we'll see what happens. We still got the Sci-Fi Valley Con. I haven't read too much about it because I don't want to spoil it too much for myself of who's going to be there, what's going to happen. But maybe they'll have the vehicles there too. Who knows? But anyways, guys, Aaron Rodriguez here. It's a pretty good con. Not really anything too much to say. It's just, I mean, that's Steelcity Con, you know, it's a thing, and it's open all 3 days, but again, there's not that much going on that's worth all 3 days. I mean, if you go there and buy cool stuff and get the autograph from whatever particular celebrity that you're interested in, there's not really much reason to come back the next day and so forth. But anyways, guys, see you all next time. Check it out. Oh, also, shout out to Sting and DR Studios, because I actually got to bump into them at the con. So that was pretty cool. I saw him for a few minutes and everything. That was pretty cool. But, yeah. So see you all next time, guys. And we'll see how it goes. See you all at the Sci-Fi Valley Con.